Have you ever wondered why some women seem to effortlessly capture a man's attention and never let it go? Why he can't stop thinking about her even when she's not around? While other women come and go from his life like passing seasons, she remains a constant presence in his thoughts, occupying space in his mind that he didn't even know existed. Today, we're diving deep into the psychological principles that create this magnetic pull. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. This is about understanding the subtle art of authentic attraction and how to become genuinely unforgettable. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to create that lasting impression that keeps you lingering in his mind long after you've left the room. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's unlock the secrets of becoming his beautiful obsession. Part 1 THPSYCHO go off OBSSI. Before we dive into the strategies, let's understand what's happening in his mind when he becomes genuinely captivated by someone. Obsession, in its healthiest form, is simply intense fascination combined with emotional investment. It's when someone becomes so intriguing that thoughts of them naturally arise throughout the day. The male brain is wired to pursue and conquer challenges. When something comes too easily, it loses its appeal quickly. But when something requires effort, investment, and time to understand, it triggers what psychologists call the reward uncertainty principle. His brain literally becomes addicted to the dopamine hits he gets from interactions with you. Think about it this way: when you're reading a really good book, you can't put it down because you need to know what happens next. The same principle applies to human attraction. When you become a fascinating story that he wants to keep reading, you've mastered the first element of becoming unforgettable. The key difference between healthy fascination and unhealthy obsession lies in balance. Healthy fascination enhances his life, adds value to his daily experience, and makes him a better version of himself. This is what we're aiming for, not toxic dependency, but genuine magnetic attraction that enriches both of your lives. Women who master this art understand that mystery isn't about being secretive or playing hard to get. It's about being genuinely complex, multi-dimensional, and continuously evolving. You become someone he can never fully figure out, not because you're deceptive, but because you're genuinely fascinating. Part 2 THE Pan Up of CLTIV Availability. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal is selective availability. This doesn't mean being inconsistent or playing games. It means being genuinely busy with a life that's so fulfilling and exciting that your time becomes naturally valuable. When you have a rich, full life filled with passions, goals, friends, and activities, your availability becomes precious. You're not sitting around waiting for his call or text. You're living your life, and he gets to be part of it when the timing aligns naturally. This principle works because it triggers something called scarcity psychology. When something is rare or limited, it automatically becomes more valuable in our minds. But here's the crucial part: this scarcity must be authentic. If you're just pretending to be busy while actually sitting at home hoping he'll call, he'll sense the inauthenticity. Instead, build a life so interesting that when he asks what you've been up to, you have genuine stories to tell. Take that pottery class you've been thinking about. Plan weekend adventures with friends. Pursue that side business idea. Learn a new language. The goal isn't to make him jealous, it's to become someone who's genuinely interesting and fulfilled. When you do spend time together, he'll value it more because he knows it's a choice, not a default. He'll also find himself wondering what you're doing when you're not together, which keeps you present in his thoughts even when you're absent from his physical space. Remember, selective availability isn't about being cold or distant. When you are available, be fully present. Give him your complete attention. This contrast between your busy, independent life and your focused attention when you're together creates a powerful psychological impact. Part 3, THE out of INTL, EFTUL, STI, mulatio, and physical attraction might catch his attention initially, but intellectual stimulation is what keeps him thinking about you long term. Men are often surprised by how attractive they find intelligence, wit, and engaging conversation. While society often emphasizes physical attributes, the truth is that mental connection creates deeper, more lasting fascination. Develop your intellectual curiosity about the world around you. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch documentaries, and form opinions about things that matter to you. When you have interesting perspectives and can engage in stimulating conversations, you become someone he genuinely enjoys talking to. But intellectual stimulation goes beyond just being smart. It's about being able to challenge his thinking in a respectful way, introduce him to new ideas, and engage in playful debates that make him think. When you can make him see the world from a new perspective or teach him something he didn't know, you create a memorable impression. Ask thoughtful questions that go beyond surface level. Instead of, "How was your day?" try, "What was the most interesting part of your day?" Or, "What's something you learned recently that surprised you?" These kinds of questions show that you're interested in his inner world, not just his schedule. Share your own passions and expertise. If you're into photography, explain what makes a great shot. If you love cooking, talk about flavor combinations. When you speak about something you're passionate about, your enthusiasm is contagious and memorable. The goal is to become someone he associates with interesting conversations and new perspectives. When something happens in his day that relates to a topic you've discussed, he'll think of you. When he encounters something that would interest you, you'll cross his mind. This is how you start occupying mental real estate in his daily life. Part 4 emotional PA case A and wise. One of the most powerful psychological principles for creating lasting impressions is the concept of emotional peaks and valleys. Humans remember experiences that made them feel something strongly, and we tend to forget monotonous, flat emotional experiences. This doesn't mean being emotionally unstable or dramatic. It means creating genuine moments of emotional intensity through shared experiences. Plan activities that naturally create emotional highs. Maybe it's a surprise adventure, trying something new together, or sharing a moment of vulnerability that deepens your connection. Laughter is one of the most powerful emotional peaks you can create. When you can make him laugh, really laugh, you create positive anchors in his memory. He'll associate you with joy and lightness, which are feelings he'll want to experience again and again. But don't shy away from deeper emotional moments either. Sharing your dreams, fears, or meaningful experiences creates intimacy that goes beyond surface level interaction. When he feels like he's seeing parts of you that others don't get to see, it creates a special connection that he'll treasure. The key is authenticity. Don't manufacture drama or fake emotional moments. Instead, be present for the natural emotional experiences that arise. When something funny happens, let yourself laugh fully. When you're moved by something beautiful, let him see your appreciation. When you're passionate about something, let that passion show. Create traditions and inside jokes together. These become emotional touchstones that bond you in his mind. Every time he encounters these references in daily life, he'll think of you and smile. This is how you become woven into the fabric of his everyday experience. Part 5, THEMYSTRFSTR mystery is perhaps the most misunderstood aspect of attraction. Many women think being mysterious means being secretive, aloof, or playing hard to get. But true mystery comes from depth, not secrecy. It comes from being genuinely complex and multi-faceted. Think about people who fascinate you. They're not mysterious because they hide things. They're mysterious because they have layers. Every time you think you understand them completely, they reveal another dimension of their personality. This is the kind of mystery that creates lasting fascination. Share different aspects of yourself gradually. Don't reveal everything about yourself in the first few conversations, but don't withhold information to be manipulative either. Let him discover your complexity naturally over time. Maybe he initially sees your professional side, then discovers your artistic talents, then learns about your adventurous spirit. Have opinions that surprise him. If he assumes you'll think one way about something, occasionally challenge those assumptions with your own unique perspective. This keeps him from putting you in a predictable box, which maintains his interest and curiosity. Pursue interests that he finds intriguing but doesn't fully understand. If you're into astronomy, meditation, or vintage book collecting, these interests become part of your mystique. He'll be curious about what draws you to these things and what they reveal about who you are. The most powerful mystery comes from being someone who's still growing and changing. When you're constantly evolving, learning new things, and exploring new aspects of yourself, you become impossible to fully figure out. He'll always be discovering new things about you, which keeps the relationship fresh and his interest alive. Part 6 CRITIAN post ITIV as OSHI ATIOS, the human brain is constantly making associations between people and experiences. If you can become associated with positive feelings, experiences, and memories in his mind, you'll naturally occupy more mental space. This is about becoming someone he associates with good things happening in his life. Be the person who brings positivity into his world. This doesn't mean being fake or overly cheerful all the time. It means having a generally optimistic outlook and being someone who adds value to his experiences rather than draining energy from them. Create shared experiences that he'll remember fondly. This could be trying a new restaurant together, going on a spontaneous adventure, or even just having deep conversations while watching the sunset. The key is that these experiences should feel special and different from his everyday routine. Support his goals and dreams in a genuine way. When he shares his ambitions with you, be someone who believes in him and encourages him to pursue what matters to him. Men deeply value women who see their potential and support their growth. Be associated with his successes. Celebrate his wins with him, remember important events in his life, and show genuine interest in things that matter to him. When good things happen to him, He should think of sharing them with you because you make his successes feel more meaningful. But also be someone he can turn to during challenging times. Offer genuine support without trying to fix everything for him. Sometimes just being someone who listens without judgment creates incredibly strong positive associations. The goal is to become someone he associates with feeling good about himself and his life. When you're linked to positive emotions and experiences in his mind, thinking about you becomes a source of happiness rather than stress or anxiety. Part 70 poa of INTRMT Taietu RIF RCMNT intermittent reinforcement is one of the most powerful psychological principles for creating lasting behavioral patterns. It's the same principle that makes gambling addictive. The unpredictable nature of rewards makes them more compelling than consistent rewards. In the context of relationships, this means varying your responses and availability in natural, authentic ways. Sometimes you respond to his texts immediately, sometimes you're busy and respond later. Sometimes you're very affectionate, sometimes you're more reserved. This variability keeps him engaged because he never knows exactly what to expect. But here's the crucial point. This must be natural, not manipulative. You shouldn't calculate your responses or play games. Instead, let your natural rhythms and genuine feelings guide your interactions. Some days you'll feel more communicative, others you'll be focused on other things. This natural variation is what creates the intermittent reinforcement effect. The key is inconsistency in your availability, not in your character. Your core personality, values, and the way you treat him should be consistent. What varies is your schedule, your mood, and your capacity for interaction based on what's naturally happening in your life. This principle also applies to affection and attention. Don't be equally attentive at all times. Sometimes give him your complete focus. Other times be naturally distracted by other things in your life. This variation makes your attention more valuable when he does have it. Remember, the goal isn't to keep him guessing about how you feel about him or whether you're interested. It's to keep him engaged with the natural unpredictability that comes from being a complex, busy person with your own life and priorities. Part A, BQMNNGA, hey S favorite fate ASY, to truly linger in his mind. You want to become someone he fantasizes about even when you're not together. This isn't just about physical attraction. It's about becoming someone who represents his ideal woman in multiple dimensions. Pay attention to the qualities he admires and the experiences he values. If he mentions respecting women who are independent, embody that independence. If he talks about appreciating creativity, let your creative side shine. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about emphasizing the aspects of yourself that align with what he finds attractive. Be the woman he imagines introducing to his friends and family. This means being someone he's proud to be associated with. Develop yourself in ways that make you genuinely impressive: your career, your hobbies, your character, your intelligence. Create scenarios in his mind where he imagines future experiences with you. Talk about places you'd like to travel, experiences you want to have, or goals you're working toward. When he pictures his future, you want to naturally fit into those mental images. But remember, the most powerful fantasy is authenticity. Don't try to become someone you're not to fit his ideal. Instead, be the best, most developed version of yourself. When you're genuinely impressive and attractive, you naturally become someone worth fantasizing about. The woman who lingers in his mind is the one who makes him excited about possibilities. She's someone who adds adventure, growth, and joy to his mental picture of what life could be like. Part 9 THEIMPOTNC oath. Termingi ANDCA, understanding the rhythm of connection and space is crucial for maintaining long-term fascination. Even the most interesting person in the world would become tiresome if they were constantly present. The key is finding the right balance between connection and independence. Give him space to miss you. This doesn't mean disappearing or being unavailable when he needs you. It means having enough of your own life that you're not always accessible. When he has time to process your interactions and anticipate the next one, you remain fresh and exciting in his mind. Pay attention to his natural rhythms and communication patterns. Some men need more space than others, and respecting these differences shows emotional intelligence. When you're not pushing for more connection than he's comfortable with, he'll actually seek it out more naturally. Use the power of anticipation. If you have plans to see each other, let him look forward to it. Don't fill every moment between your meetings with constant communication. Let him wonder what you'll talk about, what you'll do together, and how you'll be when he sees you next. The most attractive women understand that their absence should feel like a loss, not a relief. This happens when your presence adds so much value to his life that he notices its absence. But this only works if you're genuinely adding value when you are together. Create natural cycles of intensity and calm in your interaction. Have periods of deep connection followed by periods of independent activity. This mirrors the natural rhythms of healthy relationships and keeps things from becoming stagnant or overwhelming. Part 10b Carminge IRRPL ERBLE, the ultimate goal is to become irreplaceable in his mind, not through dependency or manipulation, but through the unique value you add to his life. This happens when you become someone who enhances his world in ways that no one else can. Develop your unique combination of qualities. Everyone has a different mix of traits, interests, and perspectives. Lean into what makes you distinctive rather than trying to be what you think all men want. The right man will be fascinated by your particular combination of qualities. Be someone who makes him a better version of himself. This might mean challenging him to grow, supporting his goals, introducing him to new experiences, or simply being someone who brings out his best qualities. When you have a positive impact on his life, you become valuable beyond replacement. Create shared experiences and memories that are unique to your relationship. These become emotional investments that make you irreplaceable. No one else will have those same inside jokes, shared adventures, or intimate moments that you've created together. Offer perspectives and insights that he can't get elsewhere. This might be based on your professional expertise, life experiences, or unique way of seeing the world. When he faces decisions or challenges, you want to be someone whose opinion he values and seeks out. The irreplaceable woman is not perfect. She's authentic, valuable, and unique. She adds something to his life that no one else can, not because she's trying to be indispensable, but because she's genuinely developed herself into someone remarkable. As we wrap up today's exploration of becoming genuinely unforgettable, I want to leave you with this final thought. The most powerful attraction comes from being authentically, unapologetically yourself while continuously growing into the best version of who you can be. The strategies we've discussed today aren't about manipulation or playing games. They're about understanding the psychology of attraction and using that knowledge to present your authentic self in the most compelling way possible. When you master these principles, you don't just linger in his mind, you enhance his entire experience of life. Remember, becoming someone's beautiful obsession isn't about making them dependent on you. It's about being someone who adds so much value, joy, and fascination to their world that thoughts of you naturally arise throughout their day. You become associated with growth, positivity, and excitement in their mind. The journey to becoming unforgettable starts with falling in love with your own life. When you're genuinely excited about who you are and where you're going, that energy becomes magnetic. People are drawn to those who are fully alive, passionate, and engaged with the world around them. Start implementing these principles gradually and authentically. Focus on becoming someone you're proud to be, someone who adds value to every interaction, and someone who's constantly growing and evolving. The right person will find this combination irresistible. If you found value in today's video, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more insights into psychology, relationships, and personal development. Share this video with a friend who might benefit from these insights, and let me know in the comments which principle resonated most with you. Until next time, remember, you don't need to chase anyone when you're too busy becoming someone worth catching. Keep growing, keep shining, and keep being authentically, remarkably you. The right person will be absolutely captivated by what they find. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.